Vienna is the fourth most expensive place to live in Fairfax County. Because of that, we get a lot of people who are interested in moving to Vienna, but they are a little hesitant because they don't have that much information about the area online, even on YouTube. Since we've been getting so many questions from our viewers like you, we have a whole series we're putting together on Vienna. If you're interested about Vienna, subscribe to the channel so that you can see future uploads about this area. Before we begin, I'm Abraham Walker with Ask a Walker, your Northern Virginia real estate agent. On this channel, we do all the research so you don't have to. When you're ready to start your real estate journey, whether that's buying a home, selling a home, or investing in real estate, click on the link in the description to fill out your perfect home questionnaire. After you complete the form, we will schedule a time to meet online via Zoom to answer any and all of your real estate questions. Now that we got that out the way, let's talk about the high property taxes in Vienna. In Fairfax County, you're going to pay 1.1275 on every $100 of assessed value on your property. So you can't get around that. But in Vienna, specifically the town of Vienna, you're going to pay an additional 0.195 per $100 of assessed values. So on a $1.1 million home, you're looking at just under $15,000 in property taxes every year. That additional property taxes can add up over time, but you need to know that this is only for the town of Vienna. Think of Vienna as two places. There's the town of Vienna, which is a little bit smaller, and then there are the zip codes that we identify as Vienna, which are 4 zip codes: 22027, 22180, 22181, and 22182. Vienna has a very competitive housing market, which also adds to the demand of the area and its cachet. We've had several buyers who want a Vienna address, and you'll start to see why as we talk about the housing part. 2/3 of all transactions in Vienna are single family homes. It's very common for single family homes to be more expensive than townhomes and especially condominiums. The average sales price of Vienna as a whole is $1.1 million, which is why we use that number in our property tax section. Vienna's average sales price is the 4th highest in all of Fairfax County. Another thing you need to know is that 11% of all sales in Vienna were under 10 years old. That means that Vienna has a very healthy new construction housing stock. Because of the new construction housing stock and because of the high average sales price, Vienna is going to appeal to more executives and upper level management professionals. Even when you're going after a property in Vienna, you need to know that 50% of all homes that sold last year sold above the asking price. Whatever the list price you see online, tack on a few dollars more to win that home. We talked a little bit about the $1.1 million average sales price. For anyone who's watching this wanting to know what would it take to purchase a $1.1 million home, if you had no debt right now with a 6% interest rate, you're looking at somebody who makes about $300,000 per year. Between two people, that's just $150,000 per individual, and this is with 20% down. You're looking at about $80,000 per year in housing costs on that $1.1 million property. Now, the average sales price for single family homes is going to be $1.3 million. Townhouses is going to be slightly under $800,000. And for condos, you're looking at in the mid $400,000. Okay. One of the drawbacks to living in Vienna is that there aren't that many jobs located in the boundaries of this community. Navy Federal Credit Union does have a headquarters in Vienna. Most residents will be driving out of Vienna to go to work, which sounds like a bad thing until you realize how great your commute is from Vienna. When we think about your Vienna commute, keep in mind that Vienna is centrally located in Fairfax County. To the north, you have 267, to the east, you have 495, and to the south, you have 66. These are all major thoroughfares to get you to and from all of the popular areas of Northern Virginia. To kind of put that in perspective, parts of Vienna are only 8 miles from Reston, 2 miles from Tyson, 16 miles from the Pentagon, and only 17 miles from DC proper. If you're one of the few people who don't want to drive into work, you also have 2 metro stops, Vienna, Fairfax GMU, and Dunlory Merrifield. If you don't want to drive and you don't want to use the metro, you could also use commuter buses as well. All of these convenient commuting options make Vienna Vienna a very desirable place to live because you know you have options. One of the biggest draws to living in Vienna are the great public schools. Out of all of the public schools that service the Vienna area, 7 is the lowest great school ratings at the time of this video. 7, that's crazy. And the 2 high schools that service the majority of the Vienna area, Madison and Marshall, only have a 6 rating on great schools. These are great numbers. For the parents who have elementary age children, before and after school care is available through Fairfax County Public Schools. The program is called SAC. And for the individuals who have very young kids or who are expecting, you should expect to pay between $270 and $550 per week on daycare or preschool. Daycare numbers here are crazy, and it is going to be something you'll have to adapt to. When we moved here from New Orleans 10 years ago, we only had our youngest kid was in daycare, and daycare here was twice as much for one child. So that means that we were paying the same price of daycare for one child that we paid for 2 children back in New Orleans. So just keep that in mind. Next to great housing, great public schools, I would say that the active social scene, or really having fun things to do in the area, is another reason why people are drawn to Vienna. What's cool about Vienna is that Vienna has 2 streets that are known for a lot of activities, from restaurants, things to do, and also places to run your weekly or annual errands. Those streets are Maple Avenue and Church Street. Unlike other parts of Fairfax County, you'll find local restaurants within the boundaries of Vienna. Clarity is one of my favorite restaurants in Vienna. They offer 4-course meals, and I love their bread. If you want to get some serious shopping done, you're only 5 minutes away from Tyson's Corner, which has 2 malls. One is a luxury mall, one is like your everyday regular mall, and that's right near you, right? Then you also have Mosaic District, which is about 7 minutes away from the Vienna area, which is going to offer you a movie theater and some additional restaurants and some other things to do in the region. If you're the outdoorsy type, there's a beautiful botanical garden called Meadowlark inside the boundaries of Vienna. Also, there are several parks sprinkled all throughout the Vienna area. Another thing I'm jealous about you moving to Vienna is that Vienna itself, the town specifically, they host events almost like they're an HOA. We recently went to Viva Vienna a couple weeks ago, and it was a great event. You had your amusement rides. You also had these different booths that was set up. It was a great event, and these events are going on periodically throughout the year. Now that you know 6 more things about Vienna, use the playlist on the screen to check out more videos about this area. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.